Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start my session, I have some question for you guys. Do you ever think that anime could send a deep message from the animated series? Not only from the action, not only from the drama, not only from the journey, but they have a deeper meaning in it. So, my paper titled The Dumb Ones analysis of Gachiakuta on episodes 1 to episode 3 in the lens of Marxism will try to prevail the deep meaning in the animated series. Next. Alright, before that, people say if you don't know the person, you cannot fall in love with it. So let me introduce myself. My name is Fauzan Ahmad, and now I'm in my fifth semester in English Literature on University of Bangka Belitung. Hello guys, nice to know you. So on to the topic, please. Okay, what is Gachiakuta? Gachiakuta is an anime that was just animated in 2025. It raised the themes of inequality, exclusion, and oppression. That's what that's what makes the anime very interesting for me. It has the themes of inequality, exclusion, and oppression. You might not hear this. You might not seem familiar with Gachikuta. Of course, it's a new anime, different with One Piece, Naruto, or even Dragon Ball. Don't compare it. But from these themes, it reminds me of something Karl Marx says, social class theory. And that's what I take on this paper. Karl Marx social class theory. Karl Marx's class theory posits that societies are fundamentally structured by class struggle, primarily between the bourgeois or the capitalists who owns the means of production and the proletariat, workers who sell their labor. So, the relationship between these two is often peaceful or not. And that's why I choose Karl Marx's theory in this paper? Here's the reason. The world building in Gachakuta is very cruel, but clear. As you can see from this photo, there are two sides of the town. The first one is the bright, and the second one is the darker side. Of course, the bright side is for the bourgeois, and the dark side is the proletarians. The right side for the upper class and the left side for the lower class. The upper class has clean and sturdy buildings. It's in stark contrast to the lower class. Next. The worst part is the upper class, or what we call the bourgeois, easily judge those who are lower than them. Those who have been judged will be sent down below, where the trash discarded by those above is collected. That place is like hell, where the lower class or the proletariat who have been judged gather. So, even though the bourgeois didn't fight or didn't start a fire with the proletariat, but they verbally violence the proletariat by saying them, you are piece of trash, you shouldn't be here, you are lower, you should be lower, you should go to the dump, something like that. And a little bit context of this story, this anime tells the journey of Rudo Surbeck, a child banished from the town. He is mistaken for killed he everyone thought that he killed Recto, even though it's not his fault. And that's why he go down to the dump. Okay, next. And I have some key findings. Class-based distinction. Dichotomy. The first one is we can see the town. The town have two sides. The bright sides, as I said before, the bright side is for the bourgeois and the darker side is for the proletariat. But the bourgeois said the proletariat are supposed to be grateful that we let them live in the same land. They supposed to live in the dump. All the proletariat supposed to live in the dump. So that's why the bourgeois always have their ways to send all the proletariat to the dump. However, the proletariat struggle to not go to the dump because the dump is basically a place for all the trash. That's why the trash is assembled in the dump. And the dump is the worst place. You cannot go back to the town. And hopefully you can live there. And next one is key findings, ideology and struggle. So in this anime, they have the trash ideology. So anything that broken, anything that dirty, or anything that touch the land or the grass, it's a trash. And if anyone have a gut to touch that, they been labelized as trash and they will be sent to the dump. So if the bourgeois ever saw the proletariat touch the trash, they will judge them. They will judge the proletariat like, oh, he touched that trash. Oh my God, send him to the hell. And the proletariat cannot fight back because that's what everybody believes. That's what everybody believes. And they cannot do anything about it. And the struggle. In this anime, there are Rudo, who deny that ideology. He said that I rather fix trash than replace it. So, in one scene, Rudo is fixing the trash. And some people bully him for that action. He said, you are a son of killer and now you are a scavenger. You should go to hell. And there is a cleaner, the team that tries to help Rudo to get back to the town. An organized team of proletarians that have one vision to save Rudo, to help Rudo to make him go back to the town. For what? What's the mission? So Rudo can recreate or finish that kind of ideology. So, what's the relevance of Gachekuta in our modern life? First, criticism of consumerist culture and disposal. Gachekuta accurately reflects the problem of modern consumer society, which produce excessive waste. turned this pitch a conservative bourgeois society, while the dam represent third world countries that serve as the final disposal sites for waste from developed countries. So the series here criticized global capitalism, which exports electronic and plastic waste to the developing countries. So we can say that it's the the developed country is a final sites of waste. And the second one is social and economic inequality. The division between town and the dam reflects the extreme economic gap in modern society. The series shows how the capitalist system creates an underclass that is forced to live off the leftover of the luxurious class. This phenomenon is evident in urban communities where slums exist side by side with elite neighbors. So that's what I said. There are two sides of the town where the left side is for the poor and the right side is for the rich. And the last one is the humanization through the system. So the system is the trash, yeah, that's what I said, the trash system, where whoever dares to touch a trash will be disbanded or be going down to the hell. And that's why the humanization through the system. The law of trash parallels the way modern society often labels marginalized groups as second-class citizens, the unemployed, or other marginalized countries as social problems. That's what happened to Rudo Surbreg. For the conclusion, Gachiakuta is a sharp critique of capitalism through the autonomy of the bourgeois town and dam, the suitable place for the proletariat. The dam is the suitable place for proletariat. The law of trust is an ideological tool to dehumanize the oppressed. Through the journey from victim to fighter, the series conveys the message: the system will only change when discarded unit against oppression. Alright, I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you once again. Goodbye.